All right, good evening, everybody. This is Tara Connor.
And Ray Bourne from Atlanta, Georgia.
We are about to do the commentary for Vero and Pam Kelly, so this is kind of exciting. Right now they are doing the opening announcement, so the girls are just doing a little warm-up. But yeah, we're excited to be here.
A couple of players that tend to show up really well.
Yes, I would definitely say that I would consider Vero one of the more consistent players.
Yeah.
I feel like she's
Agreed.
always tough, and Pam, boy, when Pam wants to bring the heat, she can bring the
Yeah.
heat.
Pam, she likes to blast through people. So.
Yes, it's true. I had the pleasure of being her opening match at
Oh.
the last tournament.
Okay.
Fortunately, I did get that on a hill finish.
Nice.
But yeah, she is ferocious.
Yeah, when she gets going, she can be real tough.
Yeah, we really enjoy this. So yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. They're still doing these announcements, but we can talk a little bit about the players that we're going to hear. So I'll start with Vero. Most people know that Vero is from Montreal, Canada. And her highest ranking in the WPBA is 11th. She's currently ranked 12th. She is playing with Predator Cues with a Revo shaft. She is a two-time Canadian champion, sponsored by Jam Up Apparel. And she was Rookie of the Year in 2009 WPBA. I didn't know that, actually.
Oh, wow.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah, that is good. So Pamela Kelly is nicknamed the Lioness, and her birthplace was Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She currently resides in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And she had her first win was 1981, it says. So she's been playing a while, like me. And that's actually a little longer than me, to be honest, which is amazing. She has first place finishes in the BCA CSI amateur national titles. She's got somewhere around 10 of those. And she won 3 years in a row, 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Oh, wow.
So that's actually pretty impressive. There's pretty good players out there in Vegas usually.
Yeah,
And so anyway, as we said, these two tend to show up, and I've seen Pam really run the ball strong sometimes, so this should be a great match.
Yeah, I had my first match ever on the stream table earlier this morning, and it's funny because psychologically, I thought I was ready for it. I thought, okay, it's just another game. We're just playing, but boy, I was shocked at how much the stress. I don't know if anyone listening has been to this pool hall, Railyard in Louisville, Kentucky, and I was instructed by a native to say Louisville.
Louisville, that's correct. Yeah, I was told I might get shot if I said it wrong.
Yeah, I said it wrong. I'm probably not saying it right, but yes, apparently that is a very strict formality here.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I mean, this is such a cool pool hall. It's so big. It's a neat old building. Just kind of. I feel like I keep exploring and finding new little areas of the pool hall, which is kind of fun. But this beautiful setup for this TV table, you can already see kind of around the edge. There's a nice little perimeter. Seats the whole way around, really well lit. It is a very bright area.
Yeah, this place is designed well. It's got the lights from our sponsor. I don't have his name in front of me, but the rectangular light pattern, they just work so well on these diamond tables.
Yeah, you can see the whole
I'll get his name before he's here. He's actually helping with timekeeping and stuff, but I don't have his stuff right in front of me. So please forgive me, guys. I haven't been in the booth in a while, and we have a lot more equipment, and things are starting to really look pretty serious here.
Yeah, this is a very professional setting.
And I may need to turn my gain on my microphone down. And welcome to the chat. Those of you that are there, I do not have Allison Fisher's tournament in front of me. And I've got my phone off because I didn't want any noise, but I will try to find out where she's at. You can definitely go to digitalpool.com, though, one of our major sponsors, and you can check the bracket for this tournament. So search WPBA in the tournaments section, and then the way they have it done, you'll have to scroll all the way to the bottom because they'll go chronologically. And if you go all the way to the bottom, you'll find this tournament at the Railyard. And you can check on Allison's progress and basically the entire bracket by doing that.
Actually, because they are one of our sponsors, if you don't search for anything and you just scroll down, it should be the very first. tournament to show up on the digital pool tournament page. So, yeah, it's pretty easy to find. Also, a lot of the girls, if you're on Facebook at all, you can definitely, most of the girls have these posted on their pages. And I think Christina Tkach posted earlier today, just, the link to the bracket, just click right there and it'll take you right to it. So I know Allison did win her earlier match, but I'm not sure.
We just adjusted the microphones. She hopefully is a little bit louder, and I am a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
And actually, the way the booth is here, I need to watch my voice because I project all over the place, and we don't want to distract any of the players. And I actually have a match going on to my right as well. The great Christina Tkach playing Tracy Cantrell, who's also a very strong player, but only makes tournaments now and again.
Yeah, I'm just kind of pulling up the live scores because I'm curious to see who all is playing at this very moment. Yeah, Christina Tkach, Tracy Cantrell. We can actually post them on the. We can actually post them right here on this page for everyone to see who's coming up right
Yeah,
now.
there you go. There's the live scores.
So everybody looks like they're just
Currently
about to
0-0,
start.
of course.
Let's welcome the Slayer, Christina Zlanteva.
Yeah, there's going to be some really nice
So there's
matches
your matchups.
here. I'm just kind of scrolling through here.
Table 13 from Montreal, Canada, currently ranked 12.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be really nice. This is the second round in the winners bracket. So everyone here won their earlier matches today and is playing their second match of the day. All the people who lost in the very first round yesterday will be coming back for tomorrow morning to start at 10 a.m. bright and early, myself included.
You played my wife earlier.
I know.
It's okay.
I would have liked to play a lot better.
It's all
I
right.
think she would have too, though. So we were, I think, both a little tired. First match of the morning on the stream table, very bright lights, and it's quite cool in here now, but it was quite warm when we played earlier. I don't know if it was just our table because of all the lights that's under there, but because I've noticed the rest of the pool hall is very, very comfortable.
Yeah, the stream table very often is a lot hotter.
From Adrian, Michigan, currently ranked 27.
I'm so impressed with the setup here for this stream table. I love the, as you guys can see, the advertisements for the players in the background here. Billiard Life, Railyard.
We have different views for you guys, too, that we'll be able to use. And as I said, our equipment is improving, and we continue to work on the stream, and it is nonprofit, and so we appreciate your donations and clicking share and all the things that we ask you to do and that you guys do so well to get the stream out there and generate subscribers and likes for us.
Yeah, Ray, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us kind of your background in pool.
Well, I've been playing for 35 years. I'm more or less retired, but I give lessons. I taught Ashley to play from scratch. I can be extremely competitive if I get back to it, but I'm not playing too much competitively. I'm considered one of the top players down in my area, but I don't really engage too much. But I'm considering changing that.
Really?
Ashley's sponsored by Brunswick now, and I know all those people, and I'm considering the possibilities, to be honest, because I have the skills and the know-how.
Yeah.
I do give the lessons, but I don't advertise. I have the luxury right now, the honor of working with a 12-year-old up-and-coming player that nobody's heard about. And I'm excited to work with this young lady. She plays really well, and she's only just gotten started. So that's an exciting thing that I'm into, and because of that, I may end up having to get myself more into it.
Yeah, the juniors are so inspiring. Like I am so impressed. Not just with the caliber of their playing, but like their poise in their sportsmanship. I just feel like
they're sponges, and the talent is there. And
gosh.
yeah, it's exciting because pool's never really had that. You weren't allowed to play pool if you were 12 years
Right?
old. People trying to keep you away from it. I had to cut school to do it, but we won't.
Right.
I guess that's probably not a good story.
Yeah, it was.
It was really a great story, but anyway.
Yeah, no, totally. It's how it is.
Somebody discovered me and taught me for free, and so I've actually taught 8 or 9 people for free. Most of them had kids or did other things, but they all play real strong, but Ashley stayed with it. The day I met her, I said I could make you a professional. I just didn't tell her how many balls she would have to hit or the amount of frustration that she would feel doing it, but she did deliver.
All right, here comes Pam Kelly winning the lag. She'll take the first break here. I was
As I
admiring
remember
her
it, Pam has a pretty strong break. I haven't seen it in a minute.
You know, it's fun. I think I saw Pam in Wisconsin. That was the first time I saw her play one of the WPBA events, I believe. And she's done 2 or 3 since then. That was our December of last year. And so it
Yeah.
looks like she's going to really start
I think she's
competing.
taking it seriously again. And, yeah, that's something to always take note of. She has not been competing as much as some of these other ladies, and I think she's coming back to it. And sometimes it takes a minute to get back up to the speed that it takes to play these top players. Right there, just the difference in holding the cue ball back instead of it drifting forward could have been a big difference for this rack. But she's still got a shot on the 1. She's going to play a safe, which I wholeheartedly agree with. It looks like she's dropped the ball, though.
Yeah, she went for that Z save, and
But, she can see the 2 ball, so
she'll be all right.
she'll decide what to do here.
This is a nice
That's a
rack.
tricky one here.
If you can get out of this 2, you should have natural shape, though, for
Yeah,
the 3.
I
mean,
agree.
From there, it's
Good ball making.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so natural. You got to shoot that. Hey, thank you, Mr. Red Zone. I appreciate you. I've been doing this so long. It's.
Ooh, she underhit that one a little. She's,
Yeah,
it's so interesting. What those first few balls, the adrenaline, getting comfortable, getting your speed to your table. Ooh, got out of it nicely though.
So of note though, this table was redone yesterday, and the rest of them were redone a week ago or whatever. So that very much affects the speed and the balls sliding into the corners differently and so forth.
Very
so
slippery.
Something you got to be aware of. You'll catch a little bit more love on the pockets, but the speed can be really touchy on brand new cloth. And also when you kick balls, it's sticky and curves. So I'm Ray Bourne from Atlanta, Georgia. If you don't know me, we can match up. Another day. Thank you, Ed Weege. Appreciate you. Yeah, she's over here to my left. Aaron, what's up, dude? I hope you got my message. I'm so sorry. I told Irving to tell you that I was real sorry. I was upset that day. Anyway, another time.
Oh, wow. I'm a little surprised by that.
She was a little out of line there, and it's that first rack.
It is, but she it's funny, she got out of line on the other shots and managed to really, just complete them and come back really nicely. I felt like she actually handled the rack, past her mistakes until that 9.
She did well there for not really being up to the table yet. And first game, if you've ever done this, it's not even like playing for money or anything else. It's really different.
Hit that very strong.
She always shows up.
Yeah.
She always shows up. She's, as you said, one of the most consistent players. She's really, if you give her something, she's going to take it normally.
Yes, it's true. Little mistakes are not common for her.
I appreciate you. The 7. I used to give the 7-8 in the breaks to anyone, but that's a long time ago.
All right, so Vero takes that first match.
Yep, escapes with a 9-ball shot. It wasn't a gimme cut, but it was usually something like that. The psychology, the other player has left you something that you weren't going to get.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of
times you
coming to that table.
You kind of get puffed up a little bit from that, instead of being the player that's kind of got the onus on them to finish the rack. And so that amount of emotion in the right direction can carry you on that first shot. We'll see how Vero does now with her first chance to run a full table.
All right.
Yeah, Pam has a long history. I'm not as familiar with her because she's just come back, and so I apologize for that. And they don't let me in the booth too often these days.
We have to keep him under under lock and key.
All right. So Vero's broken well.
I'm gonna switch the overhead. I just want to see if that 2-ball. Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah,
have a
it's
shot
clear
at that.
enough to go. What's she gonna do though? She's gonna play the safe here, which I like.
Oh, nicely done behind that 5.
You know, at this level, you have to be real careful just banking balls offensively. So, you know, banking for safe, especially getting started early in the rack, you don't know how things are going yet. You make unforced errors, and it can really hurt you. So I like this shot. It's not the hardest kick in the world, but it's certainly a difficult shot at this point in the match, and especially after a tough first rack for Pam. So great shot, though. True to form for her. I mean, right on line. Just not stiff enough to hide the one.
So what do you play here? Would you try a combo, or would you try and push that one into the rail and leave the cue ball behind the 3?
Cutting balls, I tend to be more aggressive. I don't like the other player at the table. So those balls sitting right there, I feel like you can get the.
Yeah, see, I looked at that
That's the
3 and
other
I
shot.
thought,
I mean, look, that's the other shot there.
Such an easy safety. I mean, clearly, I mean, she still has an open shot to the one. You know, a 2-railer is pretty simple. I think she can single rail it even
If you
possibly.
freeze the cue there, then the safe becomes a lock. But I could see either shot there. You know, some people would say
And
don't
she-
be
yeah,
aggressive
and
there.
she got out of it.
Yeah, she did. It
Ooh.
really depends on the exact lay of the balls. I just thought the 1 could hit the 2. The 8 was going to stop the 1 if you want to be detailed about it, and therefore you would have the combo, the shot on the 1 afterwards, I felt would be there. If I didn't think that and the 1 was going to be on the rail and the cue ball out in the middle of the table, then I'd maybe not.
Yeah, I see.
So it's kind of situational.
Ooh. Sorry,
All right,
I'm making these funny sound effects here, but.
That was a pretty good lick, especially after the other one.
Yeah, I thought. I mean,
this is dangerous here, though. A good, strong hit here can produce a result. That 9's going to – let's go to the overhead, right? Let's see here. So, look, the 9's going to impact the 6. I don't think it can get back to the corner, though. But I never like the 9 rolling if I'm the person sitting in the chair. So.
Sure.
Oh, no. Sorry, y'all. Oh, goodness. We have a new mouse, everybody. Please forgive me. How do I get rid of that box?
It's fine. It's not on there.
If you see a red box,
No
like a scope, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Ray's trying to graffiti our monitors here, but
I'm marking things up already.
All right, nice roll into the 8 ball. Yep.
Yep. Use the 8 to stop the ball. All right. So again, the overhead would be good here. That point is right there. So on these shots,
safety,
there's a point
7.
where if you work on your game, and you'll know if you're going to be able to hit that point high center right here.
The Monica Webb shot.
And
hang it in the side pocket.
This one's really close with the shadow there. It's hard to tell.
I think the 3 is a little far past. I think it would hit the tip. I don't think.
I think it's. Well,
yeah.
It ran off of it. She didn't make it. Look, that was close.
I was a little surprised she went for that, actually. I would have. I mean, I thought that the shot you saw where you said where you can hook the cue ball in the side pocket, or the shot where you just push the 3 up to the top rail and leave the cue behind the 7 seemed like a pretty simple.
That's a guaranteed look for sure.
And she is not gonna.
So, if I've been playing a lot and I know exactly where that point is for that shot, and that's the kind of ball. So I tell Ashley there's certain shots that you want to shoot. Of course, all that led to an easy combo for Pam. But there's, these are the kind of shots that can really help you in your warm-up. Elevate over a ball, shoot your cue ball elevated over a ball so that you have to hit dead straight down, because that may come up in your match, and you don't want that to be the first time you do it. That's another one, the ball by the side pocket. Try to figure out, what's a scratch and what isn't, and how much can you, play with that side and get away with just cutting the ball in and keeping the table. So stuff like that. Kicking balls is another thing, to kick a few balls.
I definitely try and practice like 4 or 5 shots where I just leave the cue ball locked on the rail, just to come in and even if it's a straight in shot, just to really try and get that smooth stroke for a cue ball off the rail.
For sure. All right, so Pam ends up profiting and getting the game back that she lost. I'm sure in her mind, that's how I would be looking at it. She probably felt that she should have had that
she
first
gave one
game.
away and took one back.
And so, look, it's a race to 7 now, and that's pool, and especially alternating break, pro format, and which I like. I don't, it's great to see someone run 11, but at the same time, it's really good for people to hold serve. I think professionals, you want to see everybody come to the table, and I'm a fan of alternating break for this kind of format. Yes, there will be. This is 7 o'clock. There's at least there's one more round tonight.
Yes, there's one more round at
9
Eastern time. Yeah. Ooh.
So Pam, not getting her position all the way there yet, but as you can probably tell if you're a player, she's a really good ball pocketer. Her history is strong, and as figures the speed out, I'm sure that her cue ball will start to be in more optimal positions. She can really get them.
So Pam's earlier match was against Donna Selman, and she won that 8-0. So she must have felt pretty comfortable earlier today. So this is kind of nice for her. Vero, on the other hand, had actually a pretty close match, 8-6. She won against Julie Madlener. Julie is kind of a newcomer, I think, to this league. I believe her very first event was at Rax Billiards in New York City. But she's proving to be a very strong player. I really like her. I like her game. She seems to have a really good fundamentals. So Vero had a tough match already ahead of her. So it'll be interesting to see how kind of that comes forward. You know, whether Vero is going to be a little more careful.
I don't think we said 4 in the world in the players we were just talking about, but maybe I'm lost. I don't have the standings in front of me, but it's
no,
Christina. What is it? Allison's second, I think, and Margaret's in there, and the top 3, I think. Kelly might be down to 4. Kelly Fisher's been, I guess she's been playing hay ball or something. I'm not sure what's going on with her.
Yeah,
I think she wanted a break.
Kelly Wenwei dropped a little bit in the standings, I think, just because they've missed a few tournaments. But Christina Zlateva has had quite a few strong finishes lately. Margareta Steyer definitely is one of the top few. I can check the formal standings.
So nobody has really gotten either the speed of the table or the shot making exactly where they want it. And so early in a match, this is common with even the men sometimes. It just depends getting started. And then it's the first one to get started a lot of times can take over the match. All right, I love what she tried to do here. So whether it gets all the way behind the 8 or not, it was a great shot. This is going to be tough position on the 8. This is just playing a big ball. I mean, bottom line.
Yeah, she's got distance and the rail working for her right there.
You know, if this is in a pool hall and you can play another set, if it goes wrong, you might jack up and draw this back like a you know. I've done some things. But in this kind of format, you can't do that.
Nice
okay,
shot.
so she just takes the make.
Yeah,
I don't
take the
hate
medicine.
that.
I would do that too.
I
Just
don't hate
play to
that.
make the ball, and you take your medicine.
She trusts her shot making, and she should. She's, like I said, a great player. If she plays more tournaments, I'm sure she'll get back to the sharpness that she's been known for in the past. And look at that, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I thought that was going to hang.
And real quick, these are 4 1/4 pockets, not 4 1/2. So if you see a ball bump in like that, it's still a great shot.
Are they? I actually didn't even realize that.
They definitely are 4 1/4. So they play tough, but fair.
Oh, beautifully done. That was nice. She's got to feel good about that coming out of those 3 really hard shots. So it does look like Christina DeCatch is actually number 1 now. I thought she was 2,
I
but
thought she was 1.
Yeah, she's
1.
one.
There's the standings. So what do we have?
Margareta Fefilova Fefilova Steyer, I haven't changed that, is number 2. Allison Fisher is number 3. Christina Zlateva is number 4. Kelly Fisher, 5. Weiwei, 6. Brittany Bryant, 7. April Larson, 8. Kaylee McIntosh, wow, is all the way up to 9. Good
she's
for
been
her.
playing great.
Yeah,
Kaylee's
she's
been playing great.
so solid. And then
sure.
Savannah Easton is 10. So, yeah, it's good. The April is missing this event, though, so she won't get points, so things could move around a little bit. We're actually missing quite a few between the hurricane and the huge number of international tournaments going on right now. We are definitely down, or not down. Some of our regulars are not here.
Yeah, well, they've been at one and then not at another, and there's been various things going on and reasons for that. I'm sure my wife will kill me if I don't mention her. She's all the way up to 13.
13, I know. When they announced that this morning, I was like,
he's
way
playing
to go,
really
girl.
well. Playing really well.
Oh, she's playing so well.
And
I feel
deserves
like
it, I
Ashley's
think,
game
but
has just like taken off over the last year.
Well, she's down there with us. She has played this good for a while, but she really has a little bit of a time showing. It's different. It's a different level of showing up here with these things, and it can get in your head.
It's true. I feel like I practice so much. I do some things so consistently, and then I get to the mental game comes in when you're surrounded by these amazing women who are just, just love playing them, you know, but your game doesn't always come out exactly where
great
you want
shot
it to
there.
be.
Just caught the 7.
I think she might have that, though. I think the one does
Yeah,
go.
no, the one goes there.
Yeah.
But I like to play thin there.
Yeah, taking the right side
Leave
of the one.
one in the middle of the rail, come back around the table. She hit it a little bit fat, and that's why she hit the 7.
I like this view. I really like seeing where she goes around this table.
She
with the
has
cue.
no lack of confidence in pocketing a ball. And that's good. At this level, you have to, if you're doubting yourself while you're pocketing, you're going to have issues with it.
Yeah, for sure. She just trusts her stroke.
Okay, so there's where I would have a little bit of a differing opinion. I just think it's not worth it to fire that bank this early
Yeah,
when you haven't, you know, maybe if you've got your foot on the throat and you're really pushing.
If you're up 7-1,
you know, there's definitely a time and a place for it, but
Yeah.
I don't like it there because neither player has really stepped out and started to take control yet, and so you allow your opponent to possibly take control.
to be
However,
the
she
one to
has
do it.
rolled behind a ball, so that'll keep Vero off a straight in or, you know, a strong power cut to start a run.
Oh.
And there's that new cloth. You could just see it. It's stuck to the rail. You have to kick the ball a little bit differently on this cloth. You have to come down into the ball, the cue ball a little bit lower
On the
so
cue
that
ball
it does
lower,
not
so it
stick.
grabs.
And honestly, with me, if I'm on this newer cloth, I'm going to elevate the cue ever so slightly into that lowness so that it really pops off the rail. I want no stick at all.
Just got a slight back cut then for that.
Yeah, griping has always been in pool. I see you guys over there in the chat. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Pam.
I'm giving all that weight back in the day, and then people griping at me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a break.
Pam has been playing since she was a little kid. I think she told me that her family would gamble on her when she was just a kid.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with her history, but I know that she's one of the best women players, I
Yeah.
think, supposedly ever. But I just don't know a lot about her history. But it's nice to see her back playing. It's clear that she is respected, and there is a history
Deserves to
there.
be
Yeah,
here for
and
sure.
you can see that she has the confidence of a really good player. I haven't, as a matter of fact, I don't think I've seen her not look confident. I've seen her look disappointed with the way the table was or whatever, but I've seen her just be nothing but confident.
I haven't asked her about her wrist brace. I was kind of curious whether that
I didn't notice that.
if she always plays with it, and I was curious if it's, you know, a necessity or just an aid, you know, for really helping her keep her wrists straight when she shoots. I'm curious if it's a medical thing or not. I kind of assume it is, but I don't really know for sure. Pool players try a lot of different stuff.
Okay, so she's run through these with that same confidence. Only on these this last run here, she's kept her alignment good on the next shot.
Yeah, that 3 to the 4 was
And
really crucial, and she executed it so nicely with
made
the
it look
speed.
simple, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Pam is up 3-1.
Yep. All right. So while she's racking, we'll give you our tour sponsor video. Oh yeah. She would say to, oh, lost my train of thought. I got the players ready to shoot again.
Yeah.
This box is on my screen. It's actually driving me crazy. Of course, I had to do something. I can't. Do you know how to get rid of that?
Where's my?
Sorry, guys. I punched something and I have
Oh, it's over here.
looks like a scope is on there. There we go. Thank you. Gosh.
We're here to help.
That was hurting my OCD and my ADHD.
All right, dry break for Pam. So Vero, yeah, look, Vero's got a good table here.
all right, so I did not see the balls run. Was that a three-point break, a foul
No,
break?
it was a
or-
dry break.
So real quick on the rules, we do three-point breaks so that there's not soft breaking, and that means that a combination of 3 balls need to either go in or past the head string where you're breaking from. I did not see them bounce around because we were fixing my screen, but in the event that that doesn't happen, the player that would come up cannot push. They can either take the table or give it back. And, of course, the player who broke can push. And there's some discussion about that, but that's how we do it. And it really doesn't matter. We just have to handle it, and we don't really want the soft breaking and the pattern racking.
You know, before my match with Ashley, I was complaining to her that I have been having trouble leaving the 1 ball on the top rail every break. Nice shot.
Just so confident. I would have loved to have seen her hit that same thing with a little punch, or either take a little longer, maybe.
I think she wanted to leave the cue ball really soundly down at the bottom, but you're right. If she'd put more distance between the two,
Corby, hey buddy, how you doing, man?
As it is, I believe Vero has a shot in the top left, but I can't tell for sure. Yes, she does.
So, yeah, the 3-point break, it gets everybody. I was at the Texas Open, and Josh Roberts was telling me how he had a 3-point break. It cost him a match, and he was very upset. So, look, it is what it is. You can all thank Corey Duell for that.
Thanks, Corey.
Sat at home and magically wizarded the 9-ball rack, and so
nicely done.
That's where this stuff has come from.
Yeah, so this is a nice table for Pam. I mean, really.
Yep, she's open here. She has a little bit of a thing holding for the 3. It's right where it needs to be, but she's angular to the 2. So if she can stay.
Okay. To me, the 5 to the 6 is really the shot that is going to be the kind of make or break. But yeah, she set herself up to come up high on it and put it in the side. So
it's a really good call, Tara. The key shot of the rack is in fact the 5 to the 6, and it kind of includes the 4.
Yeah.
But that's exactly right. Key shot here will be getting to the 5 where you can get to the 6.
She's going to have to power draw this to get all the way back for that 5 now.
Yep, she'll probably let the stroke out a little bit here.
I thought she would hit that 3 a little and leave a little more angle, but I mean,
you can go high here, but it's going to run towards that 9 and
yeah,
it's a little tricky.
I feel like
That's what she's going to do. Yeah, I didn't. I don't. Maybe
she got a heck of a
lead
on that.
Doubting. She might have been wondering herself still.
Hadn't committed to it. Yeah.
Top, and there might have been not a full commitment there. Yeah, Kia is sponsored by McDermott, and this is in fact Pam Kelly. Kia Burwell. No. So Vero here probably playing safe. Yep, I like it. And pretty well executed. Nope, again, that brand new cloth. There it is again. Both balls slid, and then they rolled far. And that, that changed the sort of diamond pattern that they were following, and the ball sitting out. So Pam, again, confident.
Even if she makes this is going to be tricky for that 5-6. I mean, this is.
She overstroked it, but I like the shot. That was a rare. I'm not a huge two-way guy. They have to work for me to like them, but that was the kind of shot that yielded both things. So I like it. Because you're going high and tight on that ball, full out to cut it, you don't get a shot on the 5 to the 6. So you really needed to do what she did, and it results in a safe if you fail. So I love those. So again, really neither player has gotten themselves going yet.
I feel like Pam is doing a really good job.
Pam looks more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, Pam's shot, she's definitely made more shots. I kind of sometimes wish we had like a little statistics sheet here where we could see, what percentage of balls each player has pocketed. It to me, Pam is definitely, ahead on that.
She's a storm coming through quite often. I've never seen her play not confidently or whatever, and I've seen her have some moments. And that's only in the couple of 3 tournaments that she's been back or whatever and played. She was in Colorado, I think.
Yep, she was in Colorado. I think
one or two others. I think
maybe in Palmetto, but I can't. Maybe not Palmetto. There's something.
I don't remember.
Something on the eastern
They
side.
all run together. We had 13. Well, we did the Texas Open actually.
Yeah, this
and
has
I
been
also,
a really
it's been
big
13
big
tournament
year.
season or whatever. So yeah, they're starting to run together.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like.
Oh yeah, why is the score not up? That's a great question.
It is.
Oh, there it is. It's 3-1. It's up top.
Yeah, it's on the very top.
You tricked me, Timmy. Timmy.
Yeah, usually we have it at the bottom, but I
It
guess
used to be at the bottom. See, I'm not crazy. My mom had me tested.
That's so reassuring, right? Thanks.
Yeah. Well, you know, they thought something was wrong, but. All right, so Pam, look, she can, I'm sorry, Vero here can settle in. This is a pretty standard out. The only real problem is that nobody's sort of gotten their feet under
It's
them
the
yet.
rhythm now.
Yeah,
she just has to really get that rhythm back.
All right, she's bumped the 8, and let's stay off of it.
Nope.
Let's give you the overhead. Oh, goodness.
Wow.
I think we're going to need a hit call here. I certainly would ask. I don't see Pam.
I mean, she's just gonna thin it and put the cue ball down behind the 9. I think she can do. Yeah.
So you know, depending on the lay, I can make that ball even if it's not going straight at the corner using the push technique, and they don't actually have to be touching. The research was done like everything in pool these days. You can actually push the balls forward when they're not touching for a very small fraction of space. But as you said, she was going to be able to go thin. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, see, I almost feel like I would have tried to push through it a little bit more.
I mean, she hit it good. It's kind of, you know, I know it's a tough one. Tough one.
I would have spent a little. I think to me, I was going to try and leave that cue down under the 9 more than anything.
I know myself. If I saw the line that she did, I probably would have.
You were going to go for it.
I might have done the exact same thing she did, and maybe the same speed.
You know, the women play differently than men. I really like watching the men's tournaments because I feel like I'm watching a whole different game. You know, just.
It's more aggression in it, and
way more.
You know,
men,
forcing around the table.
Yeah, men tend to go for. Like, they really will have no trouble trying to, you know, 4-rail around to get their favorite leave, even if they could have just done one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely think Pam is settled in first. And Vero probably knows Pam's history better than I do. And you guys may be right that she has got her a little bit off her rocker, but that's not going to help there. So she has a couple of 9 balls that are really the difference right now for her. She could be in a 3-0 situation.
A 5-0 situation if she had made this one and the other one.
Yeah, right. I can't count either.
It's okay because you're not crazy.
Yeah, I'm just stupid.
Oh, no. And you're definitely not stupid, Ray. I could call you a few things, but that's not one of them.
Oh, goodness. Well, we'll have to mute the microphone. So we'll run through them. Pam Demanium, you know, that's good. That's real good.
The Lioness. Actually, her, if anyone notices the shirt she has on there, I was talking to her about it earlier. She said a friend designed it for her, specifically with her kind of own personal logo. I thought that was awesome.
All right, so the ICA training tool is amazing, and you know, the future of pool when that's when you can find that.
It's so fun to use.
When you can find that in your local room, you know, that's gonna, as along with these juniors that are coming up, it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I feel like every pool hall needs to get one and just, you know, rent it. Just let people come in and, you know, spend some money. And I mean, oh my gosh, it is. There are so many programs in there that are so useful.
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying one, but obviously I give lessons, like I said, even though I don't advertise. But it's just, it's so amazing.
I felt like right when I saw her go down on that shot, I didn't have a good feeling there.
She's not comfortable yet, and
Yeah, she's swinging her arm.
She
Her
tends to
stroke
get
was off.
comfortable. So she's, yeah. And it's early in the tournament. This is her second match. And as you said, she only won 8-6, so she didn't have a dominant first match. And so you really don't have your legs under you yet. Tournament pool is so different than really any other kind of pool. Most times you can get them next time, get them in the next minute. You can just play again, double or nothing. Just different. This, you may not play that person for 2 or 3 tournaments.
I think that's what really separates, though, the really top players. It's like everyone who's here can shoot well. There's no question. But the really top players, they can have a hiccup and they can fix it, you know,
they just
and
don't
come
feel
back. And yeah, the psychology.
It's not even fixed. I'll tell you, they just don't feel it. It's almost a sociopathic thing or whatever.
Well, you know, I mean, Vero, you know, she walked away from that shot. She swung her arm. She clearly felt like her stroke was off, and it was. Like, I felt like when I saw her even come down, something wasn't quite right.
That was an odd shot choice there.
But
so I would have drifted that 3 into the side and taken the off-angle 4, especially with the shot-making ability that she has and has already shown a propensity to want to use.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I thought she was going to do as well.
She kind of hedged there by going back and leaving it long. Now, one thing about this, though, is Vero hasn't gotten going at all, and so you keep that person on a long shot. And you hope that, you know, while they're still fumbling around trying to figure out getting themselves together, that you can keep pushing that lead up.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Just make her work for that.
I mean, this is true in pro football, pro everything. Sometimes everything's not working, and even a power team ekes out a win. And so you do what you need to do to get it done in the pros. And, I mean, it includes taking care of your body and eating right and eating at the right times. And so Vero just not happy, and I can understand why. But that, you know, Pam did leave her long, and that was the one reason to shoot that 3 the way she did. So she's going to continue to try to just get out here. Neither player really tries. So there, you know, drift forwards. Nobody's trusting anything yet. That was about pocketing the ball, but she gets a decent bounce. She's not lost on it. And she's taking a second to look at it, which is smart.
Yeah, I feel like this is actually just a nice smooth stroke. We'll get her right around the table back for the 6, though.
Right, on this perfect cloth.
Yeah, a little
brand new conditions.
A little left English to go around the 9, and I think she's going to have a great shape if she can.
Extra rail here.
If she can do it.
I think she's going to draw it off the end rail instead.
Okay.
That can work too. No, it's right in between.
Yeah. Okay.
Right in between. She tried to play your shot, but she didn't.
No, I wanted. She hit low left.
She should have
gone
gone
I was
higher.
going high left.
Exactly. I think she read the line wrong. But you know how that is when you're up there.
Yeah.
It looks a little different than when you're over here.
I'm such a good pool player from this booth. Let me tell you.
From this chair, I can give everyone the table. All right, so she makes another great ball here. So, you know, this should be, I know, in her normal
Hey, don't jinx it.
This is fine for her. It's still a little long for nobody having gotten it together yet, though. You got to move the ball one way or another accurately. Good stroke. Yep. She stays high on the 9. If she misses the side, oh, my goodness.
She's fine. Just fine.
That you do want to be high on the 9 because the worst thing you could do there is come all the way down to where you have one of these shots that you can't see the pocket in your shot.
You know what? I overhit those so often that I practice that. I have a drill for
that.
The back cut, and I love it. I feel like I can hit those back cuts. I love that.
I have a drill for that. I'm going to show you.
Yes,
yeah,
awesome.
I will. I promise.
100% take
for free.
Take the free drills. Take all the free drills.
Yeah, it's 2 versions of the same basic drill. Ball position wise. One is that one where you're in the corner or around the corner, and you're going to come around and be high for the ball around the spot or lower, and you adjust. Anyway, I will show you. It's a good drill. All right, so she's racking up. She's avoided some mistakes costing her, and again, you have to eke it out sometimes. The Kansas City Chiefs will eke out a game here and there. It just is what it is. The goal has to be to win, you know, within the scope of the rules, and sometimes you just can't get things working the way you want, or the break.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut Ray off there.
Tara's playing with the electronics, but that's fine.
Yeah. This is how women passive aggressively mute.
I was just going to say, this is how you get rid of my voice.
Oops. If only we all had those little buttons, we could just cut to commercial.
Well, I'd never get a word in again, but that's okay. All right. All right, so Vera lining up, and at any moment she's been known to push forwards, but she has not gotten comfy, and I'm sure she's upset with the score, and she's not going to be happy with that. That was a good, strong stroke. She hit it strong enough, but it caught the ball full, so it was the equivalent of a hit and stick, and just a little bit of an unfortunate lay of the. I mean, it was almost just the math of the way the balls were. She hit that strong.
Yeah,
but
it was just
right
a millimeter,
there,
one
right,
left or right would have ricocheted.
Shifted it
yeah.
off on this cloth easily, but it was just dead on it. All right, so she goes extra rail to it, and just little things. She's going to be upset with herself later about this start, but she's not out of it.
That's only 4-2. I mean,
with
we're still
alternating
early.
break, you just have to start holding your serve. If she makes a mistake to you, you try to take it back over. The worst thing you can do is live in the past and whatever shot went wrong, and that'll get just about anybody.
Is this how you'd play this with the follow down?
It's a straight shot. I will use follow like this. How you'd use your ball in hands is very important. So I like that over a lot of other things. You notice it didn't require a touch of stroke, it just rolls straight down the line that you want. So
yeah, I understand that. I definitely was kind of in my brain thinking just to hit the left rail with a little left English and slide down, but I see what you're saying.
That can grab, or you know what I mean, 1 time out of 10 it miscued, or 1 time out of 100 at this level, whatever.
It's true. Then as you said, the speed of the rails and everything becomes a factor, whereas when she did it her way, then she had
I'll definitely roll the ball in for my. If you play the ghost a lot, it's another thing I recommend players at this level do, is play the ghost, because the way the game's going, when the players are playing well, you sort of break and you either have the table and run through it, or you have the table and play a strong safe and get it back, or you have a table and play a strong safe and lose it to the other player. And that can be when you get great players playing each other and everything's going on all cylinders, a lot of times that'll be the whole thing. Overo still not seeing the ball. She's not getting a shot. The one that she just pounded in a minute ago, and that was the one to get her going, and of course the balls were laying just wrong. And so here she can't see. She's not getting that shot to get your head going, where you feel, boom, I got this. So if you're Pam, the last thing you want to do is give ball in hand here, because that's the one thing that's guaranteed to let Vero possibly get her mind out of wherever she is and into straight in. So that you got to really watch your mistakes here.
Yeah, this looks like a nice table.
Yes.
I mean, the 5 can go up, top, or bottom, just kind of depending how she wants to play this.
Yeah, from here it looks like you got to roll past it.
Yeah, and go up top, yeah.
I think if you try to soft roll this, then you might cost yourself the ball, and you're leaving Vero that easy shot that you don't want to leave. So, yeah, that rolls on down. And as long as she's not on the 6. Okay, it's on it, but I don't think it's in the way.
No,
it looks like she has that cut still. So as long as she has that cut, you're just bouncing off the rail here for the 6 on the same side corner where it's closest. And I think that's what she's going to do. Yep,
nice.
Perfect. Yep, you need to be below it.
Yeah.
Well, if you stay way high, but you'll have a long reach. So I actually like this here to get to the 7. If you the other way, she'd have had a big, strong reach. But once again,
one of those tricky back cuts. I was looking at that 8 ball. Actually, that's a shot that I thought I had left myself perfect on, and I managed to bounce it off the rail and miss it.
Well, you throw the TV and the lights and.
Yeah, I didn't a couple times. So I'm looking at this 8 with a lot of apprehension for these players.
So this is the chance that you didn't want her to get right here.
It's
You
just
can
not
just
easy, though, to get
got
the
that reach
correct-
again. But still, a duck ball it's not a ball in hand. Ball in hand is definitely the worst, but a duck ball can really get someone fired up.
Yeah, and she hit that really nicely. She's just bounced right off the rail. Have a
Yeah.
little angle on the 8.
I see just even her table manner has changed, right? She looks like she knows that she's made this a million times. Come across for the 8, leave a little bit of room off the rail so you're not dead straight on it, but close to straight, and you have the 9 in the other side, or you can come out for the corner. That's just about ideal right there. I would be probably going side, quite honestly. I think
I'd
people
be
get
drawing it
scared
back
of the
for the
side. Yeah, I
side,
think
yeah,
it's
all
a
day.
real easy drawback here rather than trying to push all the way around, put all that force. And again, remember, these pockets are 4 1/4. They play tough.
It's true. This is definitely not a gimme. That's what I did. Oh, man.
Yeah, she just
I feel like
not a clean stroke there for her. She just isn't checked into it all the way. And look, some of that's Pam. Pam is not really living up with the way her table confidence is. She has not played perfectly, but she continues to look like, I have this, I have this. So pool's funny, you know. If you get it going a little bit and then you squander it, you can get back to having trouble with the ball. It's such a mental-driven game once you play well. So Vero here, if it was me, I would call my extension. I would go look at the 8. I would breathe. I would clear my head.
meditate for a minute and then come back.
Because here's a chance to be 4-3 after everything that's happened.
Nice. Oh my gosh, I thought she had that.
Oh man, don't do that to her. At least make her make the ball. Oh goodness. It's brutal.
That's a little demoralizing right
That's
there.
That's brutal, honestly. I'm going to show you something about this shot too. It'd be hard to explain on the, oh, she's doing it. All right, so look, I love this. Players don't do this enough. When the ball's laying in the hole, they'll set up these stroke shots. Just lay it over there and shoot a straight line. I would even go closer to the 8 and a little more diagonal to it so that you don't have to spin it at all. You literally hit it straight and bounce it. Great way. Again, this all comes from playing the ghost.
Let it slide down the rail.
You just line it right on it and bump it right off straight, and it just bounces the exact line that you set up. This is the kind of thing that playing the ghost, because the ghost always wins. So these little things, you're like, well, how can I never miss that? And it's, you know, one time out of so many, that stroke will go wrong, or you'll catch too much side spin, or whatever it may be. I think Vero's taking her time out here. So we'll show you some commercials. Got it.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, we are back on. We're just waiting for to get back from their break. Figured we'd go over some of the live scores with everyone. So as we know, Pam Kelly is up 5-2 on Vero, and Christina Tkach 6-2. Emily Duddy and Lonnie Fox 3-2.
It's like Ashley, my wife, is behind Renita, 3-1 over here to my left.
Brittany Bryant is up 5-3 on Tina Larson.
Monica Webb beating June 4-2.
Boy, Monica played so well her last match. I mean, her last event.
Yeah.
I think she got fourth or third or fourth or maybe fifth, but holy cow, she was on fire.
I want to say it was fifth, sixth.
In fifth, sixth, okay. No, fifth, sixth was Ashley and Brianna.
That's right.
I think Monica was 3-4.
Be higher than that.
Maybe
He
4.
had a thing with Pia.
But
Ashley Rice is my wife, yes.
right, Ashley Benoit and Ashley Rice. So it gets a little confusing with the Ashleys.
Two Ashleys.
Same with the Christinas.
Not slash. Ashley Benoit slash. We love her, and we are all in an Airbnb together. Tara, too. Here.
Yep. One big happy family.
No, Ashley Rice is on table 5, I believe they said it is.
Yes.
She is not in this match here that we're watching, my wife. She played this morning against Tara on the stream table if you were watching this morning.
If you were, I am so sorry.
Okay, so
Nice.
that was a flawless break, basically.
Nicely done.
Oh, my God, the 2-ball. He
You know
can't
what?
catch a break.
I'm not
Oh,
even
look
that
at-
worried about it. I feel like she's gonna
Oof.
take control of this. Wow, that cue is still spinning.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to complain about one thing, the spin on a cue ball, but it was really a great break. Cue ball came back a little bit, which on today's diamond tables with this kind of conditions and new cloth, you want to come back. The 1 and 2 are always going to that side of the table. So the fact that 2's sitting on the nipple there looks like it's probably
almost
unmakeable, and the ball's maybe in the way too. And, yeah, Ashley won earlier today. He is playing again now and down 3-1. All right, so Vero thinking about what she's doing. This would probably be an extension shot for me, but it is early in the rack. I think she's going to push and tie the table up. I don't hate that.
I actually would have probably thrown it a little further away, but yeah, no, I mean that was definitely not it's a shot now she has to really think about.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to bank this across. It's right on the nipple. I mean, it's close. It's like the one where you scratched in the side earlier where Vero scratched. I wouldn't risk it. I would be doing something like that. She didn't quite get it behind the ball, but again, nobody's really gotten it going strong, and so this is maybe not as good as a hidden ball, but if you are making sure that they don't get something they like, this is not terrible. But Vero does have a chance here to catch this ball and come back a little bit and get a run going.
I'm kind of rooting for her to take this rack just because I felt like she did such a good break, and she really needs this psychologically, I think, to keep this game going.
She does. She does. I mean, this is actually pretty uncharacteristic for her.
I agree.
Every once in a while, I've seen her have sort of a half a bad match or whatever, but she tends to really bring her sort of game most of the time. But leave it to us to call her super consistent.
I know, and I feel, commentator's curse, is that what that is?
Commentator curse. All right, so again, to remind everybody, it's a 4 1/4 pocket, so banging it in on these pockets is still good. They're tough. I was playing on them a little bit earlier, and I played on the 4-inch U.S. Open tables in the dart room, and oh man, those would play great. I love those. Vero has been playing really well overall of late, but this match she has just not been able to get it going. Oh, Pam, just within the limits, but again.
That shows you that slippery cloth right there. I was surprised that went in off the rail.
Right on the edge of not going, but with the 4 1/4, any ball that falls in on these pretty much should be respected. Pam getting a little more comfortable, and she's eking one out as we were talking about earlier. This is not a match she's going to go tell everyone, hey, I played great and yada yada.
Ooh, she pulled back on that. She slow rolled a little or something.
Uncharacteristic for her. But maybe the Billiards TV is getting to people. We're so happy to be picked up by Billiards TV, and we appreciate them and thank them for their support. And look, it takes the nerves up, and alternating break, not winner break. You really have to do certain things to get yourself going and to get yourself. You'll never get that winner break rhythm, but you've got to get yourself up into your game. And this is one of those ones where it's kind of bouncing around a little bit, and you got to, if that's happening, you got to eke it out. So big win for Vero there.
Yes.
And bringing it back to 5-3. However, it is Pam's break.
There's a lot of room around this table, too, which is so nice because it really lets you, step back, look at your shots. But it's almost sort of so unusual that it feels a little funny.
This pool room. And the city of Louisville, honestly, I'd just be kind of birds chirping, but it has been really nice here. I've been around to a couple of places and coffee shops and restaurants, and it's really, really a great place, and this pool hall is worth the trip, honestly. Mm-hmm. This place is amazing. Yeah. I can see why Shane and Fed played here. It's just an epic pool hall.
Yes.
It's great.
I was so excited when I heard that we were going to be playing here. And
yeah.
I'm going to be here for another event next month. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is a premier location, and they deserve the praise. They've done nothing but make this great for us. I mean, they were treating me like I was a player when we got here the first night.
Felt like royalty.
They had me in there on the U.S. Open tables, and I was playing away, and it was wonderful. So Pam with a strong break, pulling that cue ball back, maybe a little too far on that one, but correctly to the side of the table. But again, the one bounced far, and just little tiny differences keeping them. If that ball pockets easily enough in the side thin, this is a different rack. But from here, it's a toughie.
I don't think,
she's
I don't think you can go
just
for that.
bumping it, but I think she's going to want that one back. Once it didn't go in the side, I think you got to, again, the use of the extension early, I think it's sometimes overlooked. You think, oh, I'm going to use it later, but you don't really need it a lot. You need it when you need it. And right there, letting Vero possibly get back up and finally get something going, that's the most dangerous thing that could happen.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for Vero to win, but I am rooting for her to play really well because I love seeing these women show.
I
them
mean,
show up for these tournaments. You know, they want to perform well, and they really are totally capable. So I hope this becomes a really strong match. I'm just waiting for Vero to catch her groove.
I basically like both of them to go crazy and just start
Yeah,
running tables and forth.
exactly.
But, it's harder to do. You know, people think, oh, I run out. You know, but these conditions change things. Having only one time and the whole world's watching, and it can really, if you have anything personal going on, I mean, it can really be something.
Wow, she.
Okay, a great sort of two-way look, I guess. She was intending to be over far enough to shoot the 3, but either way, she will take that two-way.
Yeah, I think she got the 7 the way she wanted, just to be right behind it. Makes me nervous trying to play safeties. You know, when you want to when that object ball is going by the corner pocket.
I think it was a true two-way, but she underrolled the 3.
Oh, okay.
To get there, but you could see it would have still been safe. That's all right. Look, that's a good hit. You hit a ball, good things happen. I used to have a real good player friend. He said 2/3 of the things are good. You hit it, you might go in, and it might get safe, or you might leave it out. And he would say 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
It doesn't look like she can hit it. She's kicking at it.
That's some real math. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. The same guy had a system for playing roulette, so that tells you what we're dealing with there. 900 Fargo when it comes to barking. That's a good one. All right, so Vero once again is behind the ball. Lining up the jump. That was weird. This very slight delay threw me off there between our camera and the shot and the noise that I heard. But she's made a good hit. However, it's left out in the open. She didn't get any angle on it. I'm sure she was trying to catch a little bit of angle there. And they've stayed near each other. So right here, this is another one of these decisions. You can be straight offensive. But leaving the ball for the 4 would be a hanger.
That was a harder shot than it looked. She hit it quite quickly. I feel like I would have had to take my time on that.
Yeah, that was still
jacking up to try and hold the cue for the 4.
It was in between both shots what she wound up doing there. So what I was getting at is she could go for the corner, but you're going to hit it at a speed that is slow enough that you stay on the 4, and therefore you're going to stay on the ball if you miss it, and it'd be a hanger. Or you could have just committed to the safe and rolled over and hit a little bit firmer ball, but she just kind of blasted it, as you said.
Yeah, and now the 7 ball is stuck behind the 9, so that's going to be a.
Yeah, there's a combo coming here, or some really proficient shape on the 7, one or the other. I'm taking the combo
from
there.
the 6, I'm going to go ahead and say we're going combo.
I'm taking the combo there, but some people will dodge that combo no matter what, and that's not always the right thing to do. Yeah, I don't think either player has settled down, Powell. They seem to have not gotten it going. They're both sort of in eek mode, as I call it. Give up mode's a little strong. They want it. But sometimes it's just not working for you. I'm sure just about everybody who's played pools had a bad match where they were like, what just happened? So,
nicely done. Vero was not going to go for that combo. That was really, really well done.
So, look, this is not ideal, but it is natural, perfect position. It's just long, and nobody's really got hot. But if she'll stroke this and get on this 7 strong, she can turn it all around right here. That would make it 5-4 if she can finish out this rack.
I think she's got this. Good decision.
Calls an extension.
Good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Nobody's feeling good. Go ahead and take a minute. The rhythm's not there yet. Take a second. Concentrate.
Oh. I think she sort of maybe.
It shouldn't be, we've mentioned it a couple times, so I know everybody knows that it's like this. But the 4 1/4 pockets, if you don't start off on them, can throw you too. You start to get into, it's tighter than I'm used to. And while you're thinking about that, nothing will go right.
It's funny. I actually didn't realize they were 4 1/4. I really thought they were normal pockets.
I'm sorry, I told you.
Yeah, I know. But
go ahead and erase that from your memory.
But for me, you're right though,
okay,
because
perfect shot
you miss a shot and suddenly you're like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And then you're a little flustered. And Vero, it's so unusual to see her flustered. Really. I actually don't know that I ever have, but.
Oh, good shot from Pam here. She finally really just went for the save. I'm not going to let her have something else from popping a ball. And so she'll be
Going to the
she
sky
kicking
or
here.
oh, she's come behind it.
It's a full ball jump, so I can see choosing that, but I think I would jump here, to be honest.
If you, yeah, I don't know.
It's out into the open.
If she
so.
can hold that cue behind the 6, no. She
You
doesn't.
see how the balls are both in open space, though?
Yeah.
I don't love the kick there because you really got to catch it just right. You have to keep the cue ball there. So you want to hit and stick there, but you had to do it with spin. So it was really tricky.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, throw the 8 on the other side of the table or 2 of the balls on the other side of the table. I can like that sort of kick a lot more. Oh, good shot. Good shot.
Now she's just got to hit this smooth to pull it back for the 8.
Yeah, I like that she's taking a little bit more time. I think she's frustrated the fact that some of these balls she's missed.
It seems like, yeah. It's interesting because she's up. I'm actually surprised to see her getting frustrated. Usually it smooths out the later you go.
Her wrist, you might have been onto something there. If she's got an actual, you know, something with the wrist bothering her, and the brace is not in fact giving her any sort of stability, and actually literally an injury of some kind, that could definitely be something. And she doesn't seem like the kind of person to come over and tell us to say that my wrist is hurt. You know what I mean? Like, she seems like
she's not making excuses.
She'll get in the box and play is what Pam does. So
yeah.
And you got to admire that as a sportsman. All right, so this is what Vero needed in a couple of balls to just, you know, do what she does, because she can run patterns all day. I've seen her do it.
It's true, and it's all 4 points or 3 points so far have come, I think, from just having an 8 or a 9, you know, to shoot at.
Yeah, big shot right there. All right, a little bit of exclamation, and I like that. I like a little emotion.
Yeah,
I like that,
you
know, a little bit.
Yeah, the fans are clapping. Everyone's kind of.
You don't want to blow up, and you don't want to get sad.
Yeah. I hope this is the spot where she starts to feel more comfortable.
We'll show you some more scores real quick.
Yeah, let's see where everyone's at. Christina Tkach did just take the victory.
Hey, my Ashley's come back to 3-3. There's your current scores in the matches. Who won already?
Christina Tkach.
I
apologize. I don't remember who she was playing.
She was playing Tracy Cantrell, who can be a really strong player. She can be really good. She asked me to take a look at her game in Colorado, and I did. And I'm very impressed. She doesn't play as much as these other players at this level with these players. And I just think that she probably gets down on herself too fast. But she had a great game. I mean, she was running through tables over at this it was a great place in Colorado.
Felt.
We went to a side place. It was an Italian restaurant. The guys that used to own Felt, they all know each other up there. I can't remember their names right now, but anyway, it was a great place. They ran leagues out of there as well.
Yeah,
and we went over there to practice. They were the only other diamonds in town.
Yeah, I always say you don't want to run into Tracy on the B side. She doesn't like to be there, and she gets.
Her game is technically sound.
She has a lot of grit.
She can move around the table. She's not, you know, babying balls when she shouldn't, and she really can play. I was very impressed with her game, honestly. There wasn't a lot to nitpick. So Pam gets a little bit fortunate there, but I love the way she's taking a look. She's not hot like she can be, and so she's taking a look at everying right now, and I like that.
It looks like the 4 goes and the 6, I think.
Piazzas, yes, thank you for reminding me. Piazzas, that was great.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that.
Yeah,
heard about that. They have quite a few.
That place was great too. Yeah, but you know, Felt was amazing.
Yeah.
Felt was like this. Honestly, it was fantastic.
It's a real
big
pool
room.
hall.
They had snooker tables. Man, the only thing they could do there is have a billiard table. But, man, they were. Amazing. So, yeah, great time at Felt. I hope we get to go back there next year.
Yeah,
I sure as heck hope we get to come back here next year.
I actually, I think that the fans at Felt, it was a lot of fun. There
was a really great fan situation in Denver. That was a good one. Yeah, so Pam here, if she rolls a little bit further, she's got an easy out. As it is, she's going to need to take her time here. She's got a difficult transition from this 4 to the 5. If she can do that, though, the 6, 7, 8 pattern out pretty nicely, I think.
Yeah.
6 does go by the 7.
Well,
that would be a problem if it didn't.
The 6 to 7 is actually a little tricky, depending on what angle you get on it.
A little.
I was gonna say, like, I'm wondering if the heat isn't getting to them from those lights, because definitely I noticed as the game went on. Usually you get more comfortable at a table, and I noticed I was getting less comfortable at a table. I think Ashley felt similarly when I played, and I wonder if these girls are feeling that as well.
Well, the tendency is to say, oh, this person, but the truth of the matter is there's a great video online of Albin Ocean and Shane Van Boning just blowing it. And I advise everybody to watch that video because they just, Shane never misses, and and Shane's fantastic.
One of the best players in the
and
world.
So is Albin. But they do miss, and there's a great video of them. I think it's Challenge of Champions, and they are blowing it. I mean, Shane hits it on the floor.
And I no disrespect to these players at all. It's just nice for the rest
hopefully
of us.
he won't find me and tell me anyway, I won't use the word, but yeah. So, but bottom line, the point is that great players miss. Sometimes everybody ekes it out. It's, it just is what it is. And you have to do you got to deal with what you got. I mean, if the balls aren't falling for you, you're making mistakes, and but you can still win. You can't throw it all up in the air because you want to play perfect. You got to eke it out.
Yeah, I think it was the Moscone Cup last year where it was a little different. Just sometimes all players can just have a little bit of a bad time.
Yeah. You're not a player if you haven't had a bad match or whatever. I mean, stop it.
The ones at the top are the top because they're the most consistent. That doesn't mean they're 100%. They're just 99.
It's You're being too kind.
Okay, okay.
But the consistency, it matters. It matters.
But
when you miss one less ball a rack, that's a big difference, of course. But it's the Fargo system's coming along. Everything with pool, from the juniors to the Fargo system to digital pool, working with the Fargo system to the number of local tournaments being run on digital pool, you're really starting to get more and more of a unified sort of sport, and that's good for all of us, for sure.
This is a tricky shot. Nice.
So Vero is starting to trust herself, and admittedly she's only making 2 and 3 ball runs here where Pam has made a couple of mistakes, but the bottom line is that you can't worry about that. The goal is to stay on the winner's side here and live to fight another day, play well when the chance comes up.
Yeah, this is what Vero's doing. She's taking
Good
advantage.
job.
She's got all these points because Pam made a few little errors. I mean, even though Pam has been playing a little stronger, Vero's not stepped back, not given up. And I think we just saw the tables turn a little.
This is pool in a nutshell, right? I mean, I think everybody would agree that Pam has played the better match, and she's pocketed more balls. But as you said, you got to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are at 5-5, so we have a form of barn burner.
Oh, I really hope we go hill.
Yeah, I could watch pool all day once I get into once they sit me down. Might be hard to get me to sit down for that first. They texted me yesterday and said, "Will you get in the booth tomorrow?" So
yeah, I didn't even know we were doing the booth together until earlier this morning.
Well, I've been telling them that I'd be happy to, and I think I can be there for them when Lonnie's, you never know if people are going to not feel well. And, I would love to see Lonnie. She just puts so much effort into this stream.
She works
and she's
very
such
hard.
a good player, and she puts a lot of energy into this. And she doesn't complain, and she never, says anything about it or whatever. But she puts a lot of time and effort into this. And I've told her a couple of times that if she wanted me to work the booth extra in the beginning so that she could get out there and play more, more focused on the tables, that I would try to help her do that.
It's true. Lonnie doesn't even hardly get to practice.
She doesn't do the same things that she used to do.
Yeah.
And she can't. She's made this what it is. She's part of the reason that Billiards TV has picked us up, because our product has gotten better, and she takes the suggestions that have been made from people like Billiards TV, and our stream continues to improve because of it.
So if you're Vero here, what are you thinking?
I'm playing safe one way or another. Probably behind that 4-6 if I could. It's a little tricky.
I feel like I would maybe try and cut the one into the side rail here to come under the 9 and let the cue ball come back up to the top of the table. But
Oof, that
that's
looks like
that's
what
a
she's
speed.
doing. She's jacked up on it. I think she's pulling the cue ball if you're.
No,
Oh, no.
I was.
I couldn't understand
Yeah.
her address there from where I'm sitting. So she tried to play safe, and it looks like she effectively got.
Yeah, I think she.
I don't think you can make
I think she
the
can
one.
touch
she can
it.
see the one.
Maybe,
That's,
yeah, maybe
I'm
touch the
sure
right
she can
side of
see
that,
it.
which is
making
also
it,
another
it might
good
be there.
safety.
So Pam's body language suggests that she can make it. Let's see what happens.
All she has to do is.
No, she was just lying. She's confident, right? Did you think she was kicking that ball?
They did.
Goodness gracious.
Sorry, we were.
Thought she was just. I thought she had the ball from how
She went
confident
right.
she
Yeah,
was.
she
So
went right up for it, didn't she?
Went for the hitting stick like it was a cut.
Wow, what a leave.
Yeah, Timmy, that's what you have to do. You can't sit there and be mad at yourself right now. You got to try to salvage the match. Salvage
I think
the
the 3
match.
is wired. If she
Yeah.
can just hit that 1.
Depends on how close together they are. And
Yeah.
gonna spin into it. She's
I
hit it
think
good,
it's wired,
and you
yeah.
are correct.
Yep.
Great shot. That's a really big shot.
Yeah,
right there.
and getting the shot on that 1 makes it. Whew, that's
Big shot right there. Okay, so now you breathe. So this is another one of those moments where I might take my extension early because you've made that. You're on
really?
the 1, but
Interesting.
you're running away from the ball. You're going away from the 4.
I feel like this is a good view here. Sorry, I didn't mean to change it the last second, but I liked being able to see it from that angle.
Yeah, I don't have all the view experience that I need. All these buttons and stuff. I'm scared to press them. It feels like an airplane cockpit in here.
I'm very comfortable with that.
We used to just have 2 mic buttons and and not much else. So thanks to everybody for that. Please like the stream. Please share the stream to your pool playing friends and your groups and so forth. Our likes and subscribes are part of how we get funding.
Every single match is
Great
different.
shot.
So if you guys can like each time you're watching a new match, we really appreciate it because then it really kind of shows the number of viewers even later on to match the algorithms to make them more more profitable.
Yeah.
Oh, Vero, I really thought that I thought she was going to get out on that.
Just again, neither player has managed to capitalize on their sort of moments of starting to get it together. And it's a combination of the tight pockets. Maybe in Pam's case, the wrist is actually a medical problem or situation. Whatever it may be, it doesn't really matter. They just haven't been able to get that run going where they power through a table and own it. So back cut here. I'm sure she's going for it.
Yeah, I didn't love the way she got down on that.
Oh, goodness. Well, people will say, oh, lucky ball, but if you don't control the table in your Vero, you leave yourself open to a ball going in like that.
Yeah, the 6 ball has been tricky for Pam. I feel like she's
and she hit that with confidence, but not enough.
She's just
spin to go to that side. She could have gone top center there, and she'd be sitting on the 8 in the corner, the 9's closest to. I think that that would have been the easier ball. I could see doing what she did, but
she's overcutting them slightly. I'm not sure what. Maybe her stance. Maybe she's getting tired. I mean, and keep in mind, guys, we played early this morning. Pam's body time is a couple hours different. She's from over on the mountain time, I believe.
Her arm seems to be bothering her. She's over there favoring her arm a little bit. She's not saying anything to anybody, and it's only a little bit, but I see her. She seems to be bothered by something with her shooting arm there. All right, so Vero here, I can't tell if she's going to be aggressive. I expect her to play a safe and leave the cue ball in the middle of the rail down here, but let's see what she does.
I was going to say I expect her to be aggressive because you have a 9 ball if you make it, and the 8 ball's up higher up.
And leave it up long. Yeah, and again, nobody has powered through anything. So.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I would have gone for that. Yeah.
So Pam lining up on a long ball.
This is tricky because she's really got to push through it to get all the way down for that 9.
Look, from where that cue ball hit the rail, had she made that, she was going to be very close to that scratch.
Yeah, I'm just sensing a tired stroke right now. I'm not sure why. Maybe, I'm a little surprised, but yeah, I feel like she's sort of swinging a little more with her whole arm as opposed to pendulum, which certain players do, do that. But I don't think either of these players do too much. So I feel like there's just a little bit of fatigue.
Well, now you're into mental fatigue because you're basically having to tell yourself, I need to eke this out. I'm not playing my game. You're fighting negativity. There's negativity in the stream, too. These guys never shot a bad ball, apparently, all of them. But, the reality is they've shot many bad balls. They're just not remembering them. And it is what it is. You have to eke it out. That's going to be the kind of match this is.
Yeah, this is really just going to
Somebody might
persevere.
Somebody might catch a little gear and run two or take and run and break and run and finish, and sometimes that's how the set goes. Right here, she went straight shot maker.
Yep.
She went straight shot maker there. She could have tried to hold that ball more, but she just said, nope, I'm putting it in.
She's moving. You're right. She's
definitely favoring that arm. So something's been bothering her there probably. It might literally be a true medical situation. Bureau just hasn't gotten going. Oof. 4 1/4 pockets, though, y'all. Again,
hey, nice
anything
job.
that goes on these is good. I hit balls on them myself. They play tight enough.
Pam is walking away relieved from that rack for sure.
Kaylin. Yes, they are.
I want to just check on those scores really quick while we have a quick second. I know we're going to be back.
Ashley's in a battle over here with Renita, 4-3. She's down.
Brittany and Tina are tied at 6-6. Wow, that's a good match.
Monica 5-3 over June.
I apologize.
No, that's okay.
Actually didn't mean to.
We'll go back to here. Let's see how these ladies finish. Pam with the 1-game advantage.
So I believe she did get the 3-point rule satisfied because I think the 7 went up and came back down. I apologize. I was trying to check the scores to keep going with some of these scores. Christina Zlateva is up 6-2 on Lisa Cosette. Pia Filler is up 6-3 on Olivia Cheng.
Yeah, Pam is feeling it with her arm. I don't know what's going on. And you got to admire that that's not something she's over here telling the booth people, hey, my arm's bothering me. So.
All right.
If she's got some kind of carpal tunnel or something. That's
yeah.
Come on, Timmy. Cool it out, buddy. Don't be a Timmy.
All right, here she comes. She's got a table she can work with. Besides that 6 ball.
Now I have a blue square on my screen. What are you guys?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, it's just hovering. Okay, so Pam.
And she got that 6 out. Wow.
Pam has not lost her shot-making confidence the whole time, but you can tell she's not comfortable. And I think, yeah, she is in pain, and so that's probably a huge contributor. But she continues to, push it, just getting the ball in. Look at this bank shot. So, to me, you got to take an extension there. Stop for a second and think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she was going for there. Would she just miss the side pocket, or was she thinking she was going to leave it a little higher up on probably the second diamond and just kind of overshot it? I think maybe that was what she was doing because she hit that so smoothly.
So Vero with another chance to keep this thing going. So, nobody's been able to really get into the pattern and stay in alignment for the next ball the way you want to. And more importantly, the ball after. It's not the next ball. It's the ball after the next ball and the ball after that. And they just haven't been able to get tight enough. And the speed of this table is different than all the rest because it was done yesterday, reclothed yesterday, and the others were redone last week. And that's actually a significant difference for people that really know the game. The amount of chalk just in a week that will get into the cloth and change the way that it plays is significant. Now, the pockets will play a little looser, but everything sticks to everything and twists and turns and curves. So it really is
I like the
tricky.
way she did that. I really liked the way she came around for that 6, and I think she can, as long as she can get by that 9, she can 2-rail right around for that 7.
Well, do you go by it or do you bump it and go 2
And-
rails? This is she's going to push forwards. Okay, yeah, I like this. Push forwards. Even if you touch it here, you should get to the 7. Oh, no 9. Okay.
Yeah, I don't, gosh.
I think she thought she was going to touch the 9.
Yeah, I see why she did that. She was closer to the 9 than I realized, but now she just has to take her medicine, make the shot, and she'll be good. Although if I recall,
Yeah, so here
this,
she's going to go straight for the ball and just sit across.
she's had a little trouble with this shot, this stretching over the corner and cutting. Yeah, it's a harder shot than it looks like when
I
you're.
don't like the speed she shot it at. I'm going to go, it's the short rail, so I'm going to go 2 more rails back so that you can hit it firm enough that you don't shoot a hanger. I don't like shooting hangers in rotation. 9 and 10 ball, you don't want to shoot hanger balls if you don't have to.
Just gonna go off the rail first and then come around.
I think she ball first.
Okay.
Yeah. No, just good inside. And the one thing this new cloth will do is take that inside strong.
That's
Because
true,
that's
yeah.
what it's doing. It's sticking. So she got a chance here, to, despite everything that's happened and whatever pain she's in, if she is, to finish this with just a high touch of inside shot. And I think she's going to get there. And she's done a good job of keeping her composure. I know she's going to not be happy with this match or whatever, but you do that afterwards. So great job on 7. She's reached the hill.
I think she might be taking a break. She sort of dropped her cue and
It's unusual for a player to take a break on
on a hill. Yeah,
on the hill on their break. I think it's her break,
I
right?
agree, but maybe she's just taking a moment just to regroup, just
Yeah.
a quick break. Get a drink of
Okay,
water.
yeah, I think Vera
Yeah.
was wondering what she was going to do there, as we all were. And now I'm kind of feeling for her because, being in pain is lame.
It's no fun. Yeah, she's just gonna try and get through this. Just get through this rack. All right, we'll take a moment to check out those scores again. See how everyone's doing. So Christina Zlateva's on the hill, Pam is on the hill, Pia Filler is on the hill, Brittany Bryant is on the hill. So everything's getting close to finishing over here. Emily Duddy is still 5-3 against Lonnie. I feel like that score's been there for a while. I'm not. They must be in a safety battle or something.
Yeah, it looks like my Ashley has tied up 4-4 over there with Renita.
Nice break. Holy cow. Three balls in the break and a clean shot on the 3. You can't.
That's a good way to
ask
finish right there.
You can't ask for much more than that. If you wanted to hit fewer balls, that's the way to do it.
Well, perfect break. She's held the cue ball back. The
Mhm.
1 would be on that side of the table, but it's gone. And she is sitting strong here.
Yeah. 1, 2, 5, all gone. So she's got the 3 to the 4. Oh no.
Well, there's that 4 1/4 pocket.
I'm surprised she did that.
No, she was leaving the 4 ball in the way. I think that was a sort of a head shot there, and she's got a 2-game lead, so I don't hate that shot.
Okay.
I mean, shooting it that way at that speed. That one, so I just said don't shoot a hanger. So right there, though, she knew that she'd be sitting on the 4 on the rail and that there'd be a kick or a twist or a masse.
Well, to me, it was more about the 7 ball being there. I was thinking, I mean, I get you kind of do what you have to do, but she wouldn't be able to, well, she would have a very difficult time drawing it back for the 6, or coming forward to try and get to the 6, if that was her next shot. That's what I was kind of referring to.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not trying to hide it, I'm going to punch that ball instead of drifting it like she did. But with the 4 there, I think that was probably more intentional than acts of safety. But anyway,
Vera's choosing just to masse around it, looks like.
Yep. Left a curve shot for her. Again, I believe intentionally. The 9 is blocking the straight kick, so it's a 2-rail kick. It's not as automatic for sure. Yep, caught too much. All right, so here's one of those ones I was telling you. You can set that cue ball down there. You can go anywhere on the table. Problem here is that the 4 doesn't go past the 7. It doesn't look like, or I don't know if I would shoot it. Yeah, it does go. Oh, look, if it goes, you're supposed to shoot it probably. But, yeah, she's going to try to go around it. But these are the kind of things that go wrong with that shot. You get long, and now it's going to be going at the 6. If you pull this back, it's going right at it. So there's room, but it's just not ideal.
This is actually where I would try and do the topspin. I mean, you have to really hit it hard, though, to get it around the table when you're that straight on it. But that's one of those drills that, you know, you practice a lot, is to see how you can get the cue around the table.
And that's just a fortunate leave there, it looks like. Yeah, she can see it to play some kind of safe. Now, if it's too thin, though, you're running at the corner. So this could be dangerous. I can't tell. We're not going to be able to tell with the camera.
Quickly, you know.
Yeah, I can't. We just can't tell from here how much does she have exactly. I think there's plenty to not flirt with the pocket, but that's critically important here. Yeah, she had enough facing to get past it, no problem.
Oh, nicely done.
And she's left a jump. Not an ideal save.
If your arm is hurting, though, I'm not sure.
She's picked the jump cue up. I mean, to some degree, the chat was right, at least about one thing. You got to take an aspirin here or whatever and keep going, because you're in the winner's side, and there's time to worry about your wrist later.
She's trying to decide to dart, yeah.
She's going to dart, which is going to be much less stress on the arm.
I have a shoulder problem, too, and so I have to dart. It's an unfortunate, because I definitely...
Rotator cuff or something?
Yeah. It's,
all right, so she's made a good hit anyway. But she'll be leaving Vera something that she can work with. And look, it's right here. She's going to have to summon up a little bit of herself and get these balls in. If she can get right on the 6, the rack becomes mostly pedestrian, except for the 7 to the 8 is eh. But she just has not had a lot to lean on this rack. I mean, this set. There she goes. All right. So right here, if she can put the touch of low outside,
not
stun
overhit
outside,
it,
and just come back, she'll be fine. You don't want to go all the way to the rail, so you don't have to really get it. That's probably ideal right there.
Yep,
you don't
right
want to be
the center of the table.
long or on the 9. This is the shot I said was the, you know, it's not a terrible one, but it was going to be the difficult shot of what she had was the 7 to the 8. And she's hit it well. Watch for that side pocket, though. Just one of those days, dude.
Oh.
One of those days.
Oh, no.
So Pam will most likely get this. And yes, Tara, I would roll this
I
one.
knew it. I was thinking
sure.
that.
100 times out of 100. And if you play the ghost, you'll see you're going to start a lot of your ghost runs with this kind of a shot. And she has pocketed that ball. And while she's rolled a touch far, she is definitely looking good here. And so neither player
back into her shot, though.
Going to be very proud of this match, but you got to stay in the game, and you got to shake your opponent's hand, and you got to fight, and both players did that. I'm sure Vera will come back screaming in the one-loss side. She'll play tomorrow. I'm not sure what time.
That was quite a match. Pam Kelly has taken that. Looks like Pia also is. Oh, she's still playing.
I don't think we're able to show another table here.
Oh, and Brittany Bryant and Tina Larson are hill. That's quite a...
Tina can play.
Oh,
so that's another one that she doesn't make it everywhere. So these guys are going only by Fargo, 6'18", and they're not impressed. You know.
Tina and Pam and I are all from, we play a lot in the same area, so
First of all, Fargo's not perfect. Second of all, I don't know if it explains everything. But anyway, they're working on it. The more longer it goes, the better it will be. We're definitely glad to have Fargo in the game. And it's one of these things that it's building up to being fantastic, but you have to have the data to make it right.
Oh, yeah,
so,
nothing's perfect, but it's definitely the best we got so far.
Oh, yeah. And look, it's getting better, and it's getting more and more accepted and more widely used, and it's one of those snowball kinds of effects. It's not a straight line. It'll just get better and better, faster and faster if it continues to be adopted everywhere. So Pam pulls it off. They're making the announcement right now. And those are your other scores. We'll probably check out for at least a minute, and we'll leave the scores up for you if you want to watch them here.
All right,
and please like and share the stream, and please come back for the 9 o'clock round.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm not sure who the 9 o'clock round is. It's possibly Kennedy Maiman and Taruka Kukuleli. I'm not actually sure. I'm just looking at a couple of papers sitting in front of me, wondering if they were put there for a reason. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you guys again soon. Thanks.
I do have some counterpoints, Rusted Joe, too, but I'm going to let it go for now. You guys have a good one.